Lovely people. Alex from Switch Live here.
Oh, boy.
I hope we were live.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to do that one more time just in case we weren't quite live. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah. Well, it's,
that's a good
and
impression.
it's Nintendo Life.
What did I say? Switch Life?
Yes.
I think it's Switch Life's in the chat. Mind of a dyslexic. Hello there, lovely people. Alex from Nintendo Live here. The first one was better. Did you guys hear the first one? Hope so.
Yeah, they're both fantastic.
I don't know why I like that so much, but I do. It's probably why he keeps doing it.
I mean, it's just it's a thing now.
It is.
It's a thing.
I got in here as soon as y'all dipped. I do. Yes, Gels. Well, welcome back, or welcome in for the first time. If you're new here, please give a like or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Or no, I'll see you.
Don't quite know that one.
I don't know all the way, but I mixed your Discord one. Like I'll see you in there. I mixed that in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See you in there after this video.
That's right. Back to and also it's Thursday as well, so I want for double sake Switch Live. We're back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yes, Joe, thank you for putting that in there. Please go to our podcast website as I'm now going to refer to it as, because all the links anywhere you're going to find our podcast can be found on that link, including our YouTube.
Right. I just found 55 cents.
Hey! Found 55 cents. My dude. What's up, my dude? How you doing?
A big oof.
We're going to have him on next month. Actually, wait, yeah. I keep thinking it's November for some reason. Next month, we're going to have him on for sure. For the the Pokemans. Talking about that.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
Did you see one of the comments we got on our YouTube today?
No, I didn't. Was it good or was it bad?
They were kind of making fun of Hario. I felt bad because they are kind of right though. I think they said something to the effect of, "Great, you had someone who's been playing Metroid for all of 2 weeks."
Yeah,
but at the same time, he's played every single 2D Metroid game in 2 weeks. The dude is like chock full of Metroid knowledge.
Right, and it's all fresh.
Yeah.
Like that's the whole reason. I don't care how long ago you played it.
Yeah.
You just played all of it. Well, you know the whole story.
Why does it matter if you played it 30 years ago, you played it yesterday? What's the point? What's the matter? What's the deal with that?
Yeah, you know.
I almost wrote I almost wrote a really nasty comment, but then I realized I was writing it in the Drip Geeb name. I'm like, I'm not gonna do
that. Yeah, that's just
in my own name,
man.
probably.
People, it's I put that video up yesterday and like not my entire phone is just blowing up with just salty comments, people mad. So I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of it, but one of them last night it was after the stream, so it was like 3 a.m. and I think I had like 8 beers because I streamed with. I didn't even tell you this. I'll tell this story once we actually start. This is definitely for the podcast.
Okay, beautiful. Sure. Alex had said in the chat, making fun of us for the first time. You know what, Alex? I love you. My mommy told me if I have nothing nice to say really nice things about the other person.
Yes.
Over-exaggerate your love.
Exactly.
In an uncomfortable manner. Hey, it's spooky time.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm kind of pissed that I don't have one.
I mean, you only have a game cabinet that doesn't have over 6,000. Well, actually, no, it does. You can confirm it has over 6,000 games.
Oh.
Yeah, you should go play something.
That's a TV.
It is a TV.
With YouTube.
It is a TV. Yes,
I could put one on there. I could have one too.
You're welcome for making you realize things.
Next week I get a fireplace too.
Alex,
Oh, wait till Christmas comes. We'll be all cozy with the
Alex
fireplace. We'll sing Christmas carols and everything. Chestnuts
roasting on an open
fire.
fire. Chestnuts. Wait, what's the other one?
Jack
Jack
Frost,
Frost
nipping at your nose.
nose.
Hey, hero.
Wow, you're not gonna don't redeem stuff, guys. Don't redeem. We need to like make that more clear for people so they're not wasting their stuff.
Oh yeah, don't redeem your stuff during the podcast.
Yeah, no alerts.
You won't be able to hear it. Don't worry, I will be streaming.
Wow.
Right after this, you can redeem all your stuff. Then you can wow me to death.
Wow. There, that's the best.
Wow.
Who needs?
You can wow me to death. Just hold your horses.
Who needs Adam's House of Horrors when you and I can just sit here and sing together? I'd love to sing that song with you.
Yeah, why not?
So I just want to say, Alex of Switch Corner is not handsome. He is fuckable. There's a difference, okay?
Maybe you'll actually beat Dread tonight. Yeah, I would hope. I have one boss to fight. That's it.
Enjoy your work, Bagoof.
Difficult. He is difficult. He is very difficult.
Bet he is. And, I don't really mind. We should definitely talk about. We should talk about the spoilers of that game, even if I don't finish it, because it's gonna take me way too long to finish it.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna be done tonight. We could literally record it tomorrow.
Hey, listen, it's a wait hold my beer, so it can come out whenever.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna bring Hari back on, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. I mean, it's really whatever you guys can do. Oh no, I can't do it tomorrow because that thing I told you about. I can't do it.
I mean, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. We can do it. I kind of like the Tuesday. Did you like the or no, on Monday? We did it on Monday. Did you like the Monday?
I
liked.
Yeah, sure.
I liked.
It's cool. Yeah,
I liked the Monday.
It was fine. Monday's good. Any day. I mean, whatever. I'm good with whatever, man. I'm not picky. I'm just not.
It just.
How many times did I try to beat the final boss last night? That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. A lot.
You told me like 12.
It was at least 10 or 12. At least. And then, man, I almost got there, and I was like, all right, one more time. Because I'm only there's like three phases of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I got to the second one, and I had just started to really get the second one, because you have to use this thing that you do. Like, it's like the last thing you get where, like, when you jump, you turn into, like, this sizzle ball, and you can, like, just bounce around, like, as much as you want. But you have to do it around him as he's shooting, like, in circles. But you have to bounce. And it's impossible, man. It's so hard to do. It is so hard to do.
I think I want to bring up the fact that when we do talk with Hari, probably next week, about doing our next podcast on Metroid, I don't know why, but I really don't care that you're gonna spoil the game for me. It's not. I think it's because the franchise itself isn't like that deeply ingrained in the story. Like, it's not like a Zelda storyline.
Yo, no.
I'm not saying they're not good. Dude, don't misinterpret my word. Don't misinterpret me. I'm not saying it's not
listen,
good.
Let me tell you. What I saw last night blew my fucking mind.
I'm not saying it doesn't.
Like,
it's not good.
Holy crap.
But it's not like. It's like if you get a kid's movie spoiled compared to, like, a critically acclaimed Academy Award.
Yeah. No spoilers here, though. No spoilers.
Yeah, no.
We got okay. So I didn't finish it. I'm at the final boss. I'm at the final boss, but I could not beat it. It was 3:30. We had to be done. So after the podcast, I'm going back in. We're gonna.
Yes. The podcast is, just to be clear, the podcast has not started yet. But Drip, did you have something to say before we get going tonight?
Oh yeah, I did want to talk about the Animal Crossing thing. It's coming up very soon. I didn't even realize it. It's literally next week. So I'm gonna start Monday putting out the advertisements really hard. Hopefully I have a really big announcement about an awesome prize. Hopefully, working on that. I did get some of the Power A stuff in today that they're going to be giving away. I can show you guys some of that if you want to see it, because there's some good stuff.
I'm going to make my girlfriend
one of them.
win.
There were 3 of these. It was going to be first, second, and third gets this, but now only first and second are getting it because I had to have one. But it's this nice
Oh,
Dodo Airlines
yeah,
Switch case. It is very nice. Very, very
yeah,
excited
yeah.
about that. And then we'll start with the smaller stuff. So I have 2 more of those. So probably first and second, or maybe I don't know how I'm gonna make the packages with this stuff, but depending on what else we get in, there's these. So there's 2 of those. They sent this, which is just like a Joy-Con,
Yeah.
grip thing, but it's got Isabel on it, so that's cool. Yo, Django
El Shango.
Flores! Thank you for the gifted sub. And
Two of
then,
them.
2 of them?
Two of them.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And then we got these. We got the Tom Nook wired controller, which is very nice.
Very nice.
And then my favorite thing that they sent, besides the case, obviously, this will probably be whoever gets first will probably end up with this one. The Isabel yellow wired controller. Very nice.
Very nice.
Let's get a look at the actual controller
That's
itself.
that's a nice yellow. That's a very not the D-pad looks like ugly, but the yellow on there, that's a very nice yellow.
Yeah, it's like it's not even orange. It's like peach.
Yeah. Well, okay. Is it peach? Is it peach? Okay, if it's peach, I'm down.
I would call this, and my camera might be showing this maybe a little differently, but this yellow, I would call this a very accurate Winnie the Pooh yellow.
Yeah, that's a nice yellow.
That's Winnie the Pooh. And
if you're telling me that
the tops of the sticks are brown,
yeah,
the D-pads are like a peach colored.
Peach, I'm down with peach. I thought that was like I couldn't even tell you the color for like what I see with my eyes.
I think it's peach.
But if it's peach, I'm down 100%. That's a beautiful controller.
But that's those will be split up, and then Tom Talk, they told me what they're sending. I have it in an email, but it's a lot of stuff too. That one's going to be choice. It's going to be pretty much like whoever wins this prize, first prize gets to pick from. You get this, and then you get your choice of whatever for a Switch Lite or a Switch. But it's a nice little package for everybody too. But anyway, there's going to be, like I said, hopefully a few bigger prizes I'm working on. I'm really hoping we can get that going.
I'm not going to spoil it, but let me just tell you guys.
More information to come on that.
Please come to the Halloween on Twitch, right here on Drip's Twitch on Halloween, the Halloween party. Please come, because even the chance that you're going to win this prize, it's just worth coming. Worth price of admission, which is free. Come, hang out.
Yeah, all you got to do is put a costume on and try to win the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really all I wanted to talk about. But I am going to be starting to advertise a lot more for that. So if any of you guys see that on Twitter or whatever, anywhere, I'll put the little things in the Discord too. If you guys want to share them around, just let everybody know. Especially if I get the one prize thing, I think that's what's really going to bring people in to try to win. But again, I'm waiting on the email.
And don't forget, just a quick abbreviated version of what you just said on the podcast itself, because this will come out before. This will be the last podcast. Maybe the next podcast will come out before, but it'll be like a day before. So make sure to mention something on this podcast about your Halloween thing.
Yeah.
Adam, this is a television. Sorry to disappoint you. Not real. Is anything real? Can you even touch anything? If you technically you don't touch anything. Like that's how like life works. You never make contact with anything. The pain that I feel from slapping is just like molecules being thrusted. You never actually touched. I'm in that kind of mood today.
I want to move the chat over here where I can't see it as much.
Uncle Geeb Productions is man. I'm. It's the Dripsters night on Halloween. I'll be with you guys. Actually, my island will be open. So if you guys
it will be an Uncle Geeb production.
You guys you'll be on Drip's Island, but for those of you who if it's full and you still want to participate and have some fun, my island will be open to hang out on, and I'll have some decorations and a little hay ride I'm trying to set up. Haunted hay walk. Should be fun.
Yes. All right. Are we ready to do this?
Very much ready.
I'm looking at the camera. Is this what you want me to do?
Oh, I hope my laughing face and your face you just made, I really hope that makes it as one of the 3 options for a thumbnail.
Oh, God. We should start making thumbnails.
I don't have the skill. I can try. I've done it before. I'm not good at it. The only way to get better is try it. So I get it. We should make, but here's the thing: the thumbnails that we have, they do work. Because if you noticed, the episode we didn't have video and I just uploaded the audio did crappy because the thumbnail is just our logo. But all the other episodes with our faces do a lot better. So I guess we're gorgeous or something. I don't know.
Gorgeous. Oh, you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. This right here, though, I want a controller like this.
That'd be so nice.
I'm going to email PowerA in the morning. I feel like they have one coming. They have to. It's like every case they have like this, there's a controller to match. Like almost every single one of them.
Okay, I'm ready. This is the screen. It's just me and your Twitch audience and the audio listeners eventually in a second. Are you ready, Drip?
I'm not even here.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna go.
I'll make this a little smaller, actually.
Ooh.
That's too much. Ooh. Oh, you can see my phone in the corner. Just ignore that.
What's that?
No, you don't see nothing. Nothing there.
Oh, wait.
What?
I gotta light my little candle back here, man.
Come on, son. Come on. I gotta go. I gotta see what you're doing now. What are you doing? Get back in your chair. What are you doing? Get back in your chair.
I'm lighting my candle.
You can't see your candle.
It's right there.
Can't see it.
Okay, but I want it lit. I don't care if you can see it. I like the way it smells. Anybody want to take a guess on the scent?
Cinnamon apple.
No.
Oh, I thought you were about to say nail it. Oh, I shouldn't do that yet. Should we do this?
Spiced pumpkin pie.
Spiced pumpkin. Oh, very nice. Very
Joe
nice.
wins. He said pumpkin spice.
Because you're a white woman.
I'm basic, dude. I'm basic.
A white woman Instagram.
That's me.
Okay, we ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Last podcast I chugged like 2 beers before the podcast. Now I'm kind of regretting not doing that this time. Okay. Hey guys, welcome everyone to episode 19 of the Drip Geeb Podcast. I'm your host, Uncle Geeb, and with me is host Drip Media Gaming. We record this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Drip Media, and next week it'll be on twitch.tv/Uncle Geeb. You can listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, Google, or anywhere you can find a podcast. You can also watch our video podcast over on youtube.com/DripGeeb. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe on your podcast app of choice to download our podcast every week. On today's episode, what are we talking about? We're talking about Zelda stuff. Zelda. That's really all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave the episode up to speak for itself. And with all that, without further ado, here's the man, the myth, the legend you all been waiting for. Drip Media. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. I'm feeling great.
Are you feeling better than?
I'm feeling better than earlier. That's for sure.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And thank you for allowing me to do that. I definitely.
That's fine, man.
I feel better because I let it out.
Sometimes friends need friends to vent to.
Yeah.
You just have to talk. I mean, who needs therapy? You don't need that. Don't pay for that.
What is that?
Just burden your friends with your problems.
What I really want is to dive into this beer. So let's hurry up and get to our pleasantry so we can drink our sorrows away.
All right. Is that? Yeah. Okay. Another one of those. That's what it was last week too. It's like, okay, I guess we're just drinking a lot this week. Man, that was last night though. I streamed. I didn't even tell you this.
Yeah.
Well, I've told you some of this, but I streamed yesterday. I started with Hero on his channel playing Back for Blood at, I want to say 7:30-ish, something like that. And then I streamed, I think I was over there with him for 2 hours, something like that.
Okay.
Then immediately went over to my channel and streamed till like 3:30.
So, I did not realize it was that late.
Yeah, so I streamed yesterday from 7:30 until 3:30 a.m. Yeah.
That's not 6 hours. That's a lot. 7:30? Dude.
My stream alone.
Because we're Hero. Oh.
Yeah, my stream alone was 6 hours. So it's like, yeah.
Did you ever stop? Did you stop, or was that an 8-hour VOD?
No, I just, no. The 6 hours I was on Hero's channel with him.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, then I stopped. I went over and I peed and I just started playing Dread. Well, here's the thing. Everybody the night before kept telling me, spoiler alert, what I've been playing is Metroid Dread
Oh wow, shocker.
still. Um, Everybody in the chat the night before kept telling me, no, you're going to be able to beat it. You're going to be able to beat it the next time you stream for sure. So I'm thinking, all right, I've got an hour. I've got maybe 2 hours. No. And it's not like I got lost for maybe, I don't know, a half an hour. I was really like lost. But I mean, I felt like I was holding my own, playing the game pretty well. I was getting compliments from people in the chat about how well I was doing. Usually, those certain people are not giving me compliments and telling me how well I'm doing. They're usually doing the opposite. These certain people, this certain someone who will remain nameless. But yeah, we just kept going and kept going, and it was like boss after mini boss after new area after upgrade. Finally, about 5 hours later, we get to the end and I get to see all this crazy stuff. My mind was blown. No spoilers right now, but we are going to do a spoiler discussion sometime soon, right?
Yeah, I mean probably Monday, which would
Okay,
be
so yeah.
what would be the date on Monday? Today's Thursday, like the 25th or 26th, something like that.
Yeah, 25th. Also the day the 64 games drop, I believe.
Oh, we're definitely podcasting that night.
Mhm.
I mean, not that we're not going to be talking about that unless we make it a
Oh,
full episode. We could make it a full
we could.
episode.
I mean, yeah,
I
we
don't.
could.
Hey, two full episodes in 1 week, I would not be opposed to.
Yeah, I just see in the chat here. Alex says must have been Drip's fake accounts in the chat, referring to the people who are being nice to me. That's
No, I believe it,
no, that's yeah, that's totally what it was.
I couldn't. The name is leaving me. It
Yep,
starts with a.
So
Yeah, no.
other than that, Dread's been what I've been playing. That's been my week. I got videos out. Oh man, put a video out on kind of what we talked about on the podcast, sort of.
Yes.
Just about the pricing and stuff like that. Not well received.
Really?
Not well received at all. The comment section is, to put it lightly, it is spicy in there. It is very, very spicy. I have definitely ruffled some feathers.
YouTube.com/yourmedia gaming.
Yeah,
Good
it's
media gaming.
don't even watch the video. Just go to the comment section. It's it's a hoot. Got some real jokers in there.
Old man Uncle Geeb had to hop in there and kind of, help his brother out a little bit.
Yeah. Well, hey, man, that I wasn't going to say anything, but then you commented, and I had to at least put the ha-has because what you said was really funny.
Honestly, I forget what I even said. I just remember I said something to somebody.
You said, "Hey, I was 2 then."
Oh
and
yeah,
I don't have any hair.
They were coming after your age, which they were grossly incorrect on because you were not
terribly incorrect. Yeah, they were trying to say I was really. That's why I didn't want to correct him. I'm like, oh well, look at that. I must look very young. Okay.
Yeah.
What was it? 90. What did he say?
92 and 96, which means you would have been born in 1994, which is the exact year I was born in.
Yeah, I was 10 in 1996.
And I was exactly 2, like he said. But why I commented, and I remember, was because he's like, "You purple hair clown, you were born in 1996. You born 2 years after whatever." And I was like, "Dude, I was born in 1994, and I have no hair. So what am I?" Like,
I didn't know where the purple hair comic. I still couldn't figure that out.
No, neither do I. But listen. I thought it was funny. I'm bald, and he's making fun of young people. Yet here I am, have no hair, and listen. That's a traumatic experience.
The whole thing I didn't get.
Let's talk about that for a second. Having no hair at such a young age is pretty freaking traumatic. And like someone who is in their 50s or 60s who still has their hair will never experience. This is an experience that they will never have and I have already experienced it at the age of 26. So it's like, listen, man, I got some life experience too, all right? Got no hair. And I had a big gray hair coming out my beard the other day. A big boy. Like, it was white gray, and it was, like, hard. You know, you ever have those, like, really hard, like, disgusting...
Dude. Yeah, they're growing on the sides of my... Like, I just had my haircut. Like, the lady that styled it, she fixed it up so I can actually, like, not wear a hat all the time.
Beautiful hair, by the way.
Super excited. Thank you. I'm very excited about it. I can just not wear a hat all the time. That makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, she cut the sides, and as soon as I like moved my head, I could see like all the little, the little tiny short hairs.
Yeah.
You can just see all the little gray ones in there.
Yeah.
But they look like glitter on my head when the light hits them, right? Because they're just spotted everywhere on
Yeah.
the side of my head.
Well, the funny things about my gray hairs is that, and it's I think I get it from my mom because the same thing happens to her. She gets them. I mean, she's in her 50s, going on 60s, but like she had them early on in her life too. They just like randomly shoot out of my body. It's like they grow instantly. They just like grow like within 2 days. It was longer than my beard is right now within 2 days. It just was like, hey, I'm here. I'm white. And I got a pretty decently sized beard at the moment. Like it was like poking out like, hey, pull me. Like,
Look at me. Yeah,
look at me.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, let's move on from that fun conversation to I mean, I guess we can go into the beer of the week, unless because I mean I haven't really been doing much because we just talked on Monday. We just talked on Monday. Guess what? I've been working a lot. I still been working longer shifts.
You didn't stream this week, did you?
I mean on Monday technically for the
that was it.
podcast, but that was it. Yeah.
It's all right.
So yeah, no streaming. Not really playing many games besides a little bit of Metroid here and there. But so that means we get on to the beer of the week, which
beer of the week song is coming soon. Yeah. There you go.
Write it on some sheet music, Gels. There it is. Right there.
We actually talked about this. It's happening. I got some basic structure ideas of what she's planning. The other night. It's gonna be solid stuff. I'm really excited about it. Okay, you go first. I'm still like I need mine to the bitter end. It came warm, and I just got it like an hour and a half ago.
Okay,
I've had it in the freezer, wrapped in like paper towels, wet paper towels, and I put it in the freezer. So it seemed cold when I got it out of there, and I still have the paper towels around it. So we'll see. But it needs every second it can have.
Fun fact: this is about beer, so this is relevant to our segment. Did you know if you just make like a little tiny bucket of ice water, like lots of ice, lots of water, and you just put your beer in a can, it doesn't matter if it's can or glass, or if it's soda even, but whatever. You get in there and you spin it as quickly as you can. Do it for like a minute, as long as you can. The longer you can do it, the colder it's gonna get. It gets instantly cold.
Well, yeah, because it moves all that liquid around inside, and it's all getting to the edges. Where the edges are
friction
cold,
and stuff.
moves the warm stuff
around
from the inside to the outside, and everything's that makes sense.
And it works. It really does. And I've tried it.
I think
in a pinch, it works great.
That makes sense. They have little beer tumbler things that you can get them cold. Like you set it on these two little the turning things, but the turning things are cold. The rods.
Yes.
And then it just rolls on those rods and gets it cold. Same way.
On a very popular tech YouTube channel, which I will refuse the name, they had this device on their thing. It was exactly what I described with a machine. You just put it does it. The machine does it for you. You put the ice water in.
Was it Unbox Therapy?
I refuse to mention this channel.
I love Unbox Therapy.
In an incredibly, therapy. I did not plan this. I swear, completely just by chance. This is coming up. I have unsubscribed from Unbox Therapy today.
Why?
Today. Because
I love. Oh man.
I listen. Fan. In case they're listening, Lou, if you're listening.
Lou is not listening.
we can chat. You know, we can make up. You know, if you want to come on the podcast and we can have a little conversation. And just talk about
that would be absolutely fantastic, wouldn't it?
We could go on Lou. Does he still do Lou later? Is that still a thing he does?
Yeah, it's still a thing.
Yeah. I just haven't clicked on a video. I do this. Where like if there's a YouTuber that even if I like them, it's just honesty. Like if I don't watch your videos for a really long time, which I haven't with him, I just unsubscribe.
Honestly, it's better to do. It's better to do that for their own analytics, really.
I kind of figured.
If their videos are, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's massive at this point.
Oh yeah.
But like the people that are subscribed to my channel, which are a bunch that clearly don't watch my videos because I don't get 30,000 views on every video.
Right.
So yeah, like if I had 5,000-6,000, but still had the same amount of views, I would probably actually be pushed out to more people, honestly.
Yeah. Which is not the segue into, we're still going to get to the beers, don't get me wrong, but segue into something I want to announce real fast. And you have an announcement as well. So we're actually going to hold off on the beer of the week for just a second. We're going to make two quick announcements. The first announcement is to you, the audio. We're actually going to thank the audio listeners in particular because this is an audio listener milestone. We have officially reached over 1,000 downloads for the podcast.
Yay! That's awesome.
Claps.
That's really cool.
Thank you guys so much for making that possible.
Yay.
Even if you're in the stream and you download our podcast twice, basically, you listen to it on the stream and download it for us afterwards. Even if it's you, thank you very much for doing that. It really helps the analytics, and the analytics is what helps us get to other people and have our episode be heard by other people. So
that's cool, man. That is really cool.
Yeah, man. I am super
Cool.
stoked. I'm super stoked, and I think at the moment we're at like 1.1. So we're
we're rolling. I know the last episode,
Yeah.
Monday's episode, did really well, really quick. It's it's exciting, man. It's exciting.
And if you were to see our chart, it looks like we're going on a nice little steep incline, a nice incline, and then suddenly, boom, we're at a nice little steep incline. So we're at one of those nice moments right now, and I just want to thank everybody.
Yeah, seriously, that's awesome. It's great. The only thing I just wanted to touch on really quick is we did this before we actually started this for the live listeners right now, so you guys get to hear it twice. But Animal Crossing Halloween costume contest, the 28th.
Yes. On twitch.tv/dripmedia.
Yes, lots of prizes. The 28th. I don't. What time did I say? 8:30. 8:30 is when it's going to start. All you got to do is find a costume. Find a costume. Wear your costume to my island. There'll be judges. They will look at your costume when you come onto the island, and you could win a ton of cool stuff. We're gonna have first, second, and third place packages. First place might be going home with something pretty fantastic. More on that probably early this coming week. So
you got controllers, you got Switch cases.
Yeah,
to give away.
Lots of accessories.
Yeah.
Definitely someone, I don't know who, someone will be getting an eShop gift card of a high number value. I don't know the number value or who's getting it. Depends on if I get this other prize, but that'll definitely be there. It's going to be fun. So
very nice.
Look out for the rest of the info on that. Hopefully, like I said, Monday morning, I'll be able to throw all that up there and everyone will know my big secret grand prize.
Very good. Okay, so now we'll get to beer of the week after those quick announcements. This week, I'm not following your trend of your pumpkin beers and festive things, even though I'm very festive at this exact moment. If you're not watching the video podcast, this would be a good episode to do so.
I'm jealous of that fireplace.
Yeah, I always
jack-o'-lantern.
Always have a fireplace going, but this fireplace is special. It's got jack-o'-lanterns and funny spooky things.
Next week.
This week's beer brings it back, not to my hometown, but very close to my hometown in Downingtown, PA. Shout out. Victory Brewing Company. Drip, would you like? I think you have a guess of exactly what beer that I'm drinking.
Okay, I think I've had that one. The blue, it's a sour. Am I right?
Yes.
It is a sour. I cannot remember what the flavor of it is. I can't remember. I know it's a sour. And I know it's great, and it's got a ton of alcohol in it. Sour Monkey, that's it.
The Sour Monkey from Victory Brewing.
I'm pretty sure you got a 9%er on your hands there.
Is it really?
Pretty sure.
It was expensive. That makes sense. Well, it wasn't expensive, but it wasn't cheap. I don't see the percentage on here.
I'm pretty sure it's 9.
Well, if it's 9, I'm drinking very minimal. Let me tell you, because I don't do well. I mean, at a party setting, I will, but trying to do a podcast. And by the way, last podcast, after we were done the podcast, I had gotten up. Oh, that smells like a 9%. I had gotten up after the podcast to go to the bathroom, get something to eat and stuff, because I was sitting here for a while. By the time I got upstairs and I looked at Abby and I'm intoxicated.
Yeah.
I was a bit intoxicated from.
You went pretty hard on the.
And I had an empty stomach. I had eaten no lunch that day and no breakfast.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
And
that definitely doesn't
help.
Yet
to eat dinner, and I was a little dehydrated to begin with, and I was drinking all that beer. So yeah, but yeah, let's give this a try. Victory Brewing. They make something else I think I like. I can't remember.
Yeah, they've got a few good ones.
Sour Triple. If that's for the full name of this beer. So let's give it a little sniff. It smells sour. Smells like a really sour grape.
You're gonna like it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
If this is 9%.
Wide-eyed. He got wide-eyed.
If this is 9%, I'm scared because I don't taste any alcohol.
No, yeah, it's delicious. Remember a couple weeks ago when I went No, that's not where I had it. I can't remember where I had one of those.
Dude, I don't taste
But
any
it is
alcohol.
good.
I
Yeah.
seriously taste no alcohol. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
it's
pretty sure it's
clearly a beverage that has a little bit of, but it's not. If it's 9%, it don't taste like it.
I'm fairly sure that it is.
Alex, if you're still here, can you tell us? Because you're like the beer man. It's really good. It's excellent. It's sour. I don't know what triple or triple is. I'm not really tasting that because I don't know what that is. If it is anything or it's just a name. Obviously, there's no monkeys in this beer, not that I know of. So other than that,
No,
it just
as
tastes.
far as I know, it's monkey free.
It just tastes like a sour beer, and it's good. It's a good. If you're looking for just a generic, get your feet wet with sours, which I kind of am because I'm not too into the world. This is a good one. It's not too overly sweet, but it's not overly
that's
bitter.
exactly. You're right about that. It's not like this is a sour thing flavored like this or like that or
Banana, cherry, strawberry, mango
Yeah, like
sour.
those. One of the ones I had, the lemonade ones,
Mm-hmm.
the lemonade sours. Those were good. Those were
Yeah.
good. Those were all from the uh the people who made the unicorn farts, the one with the glitter. Remember that?
Yes. You didn't like it first, then you realize after a while how good it was.
I said it was all right. It was good, but yeah, after a while, I was the unicorn,
Yeah.
whatever it is, unicorn farts. There's glitter in it, dude. Okay, mine. It's actually a pretty nice segue to what I'm getting out here.
Alex, it is Victory Sour Monkey Sour Triple or Triple. It's not a Golden Monkey. I've had Golden Monkey. Is that Victory? Golden Monkey is Victory? Yeah, I've had Golden Monkeys. That was the first beer I got drunk off in my life. Fun story. Was sick for 2 weeks.
All right, you ready?
I am ready.
This one is actually made by the same people who make the unicorn farts, the lemonade sours, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So it's actually made by Claw Brewing in Baltimore, Maryland.
Hey!
And it is going right with my theme as we started in September, all pumpkin beers until Halloween. We'll pick a winner on Halloween. This is the Jacko Lager 31 Pumpkin Spice Lager by Claw Brewing Company.
Wow.
It is 5.7% alcohol. It says it's going to indulge all 6 of my senses, and that is a German-style lager. So far separated from what I usually get from this company, which is mostly all sours. This is not going to be a sour.
All right. I mean, that'd be kind of weird. Sour pumpkin beer? That'd be kind of weird.
So this says it has a silky malt flavor with a touch of cinnamon and nutmeg lurking.
Okay.
Lurking. The nutmeg is lurking. So, and it says it's so smooth that it haunts.
Yeah. Also, can confirm this beer is 9.5%.
Okay. See,
So I'm a little scared. I can't drink it all because I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I always look before, especially for podcast beers. I'm like, I'm not drinking a 10%er.
Well,
then trying to do a podcast.
I am.
Okay, here, we'll take a look at I like the logo on this. It
looks
a big
good.
31.
It's very nice.
It's got
it's like
a little bit of the name on the side there.
Yeah,
it's
matte
like a matte black. Oh, it's very nice. It's definitely spooky. I will tell you this. I have very high expectations for this. Knowing everything else I've had from this company, I have very, very high expectations for this. So
yeah,
here we go. Passes the smell test.
There you go. That's a good thing. What do you have to say?
So it says it's a pumpkin spice lager, which, yeah, I mean, I can see it a little bit, but I will say that this is actually more along the lines of something like, it's a little more spicy. You can taste those spices and stuff, and there's a little bit of the pumpkin in there, but it's more.
Yeah.
It's more like something like an Oktoberfest, honestly.
Okay. All right.
That's kind of what I'm getting. It's way more along those lines. Because I mean, it's a lager, so yeah. I mean, yeah. But pumpkin is not the flavor. If you gave me this and you were like, "What is it?" I'd be like, "It's some type of Oktoberfest."
Yeah.
It's not. But that's where it's at. I can tell you this right now. This is fine. I like this. I'm gonna drink this. I have 5 more, which I'll probably drink. At least a few more of those where I'm trying to beat this game here in a little bit. Um, this is not gonna be the winner though.
It's
I
not.
disqualify. I disqualify it because it's not pumpkin.
Oh, it's not
It's
pumpkin. Wait,
being
I'm sorry. It's not
it's
pumpkin.
being falsely advertised as pumpkin. It's not.
Oh, it's
No,
adverts. Okay, you don't taste the pumpkin, so you're
no,
gonna.
it's not like not at all.
Okay.
It's it just tastes like an Oktoberfest
Yeah.
kind of. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Uh, and you know what? You know what I was really thinking, honestly, just because of what I've had from this company, and it's all been like these crazy flavors. I was expecting something like fireworks with this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
Right.
crazy pumpkin flavor, something, a little bit different. And it's just kind of, eh. So it's all right.
All
It's
right.
okay.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. This beer, I'm learning something that sours completely erase the taste of alcohol. I'm learning this
Hmm.
because I've had Golden Monkeys. I've had it, and I kind of just don't like Golden Monkey. It's too much for me. Like the taste is too much. Obviously, the alcohol that's one story. If this is the same amount of alcohol as a Golden Monkey, it's definitely not the alcohol that I have a problem with in Golden Monkey. It is the taste. Just the taste is not for me, and also it gets you really effed up. This right here, if it's the same percentage, I truly don't taste it and I don't even smell it. So whatever sour, the what's it called, something acid, there's a word to it that makes the sour happen. It's a there's a word and it's a thing. I can't think of it. Lactic acid. Is that, am I on the right track? Someone's face palming right now. But yeah, something like that that makes it sour. It's covering up all the alcohol, and it's actually wonderful. And this is the beer. I mean, I can't drink my sorrows away tonight because I got to work tomorrow. But tomorrow, I got 5
Yeah.
more of these puppies.
Oh yeah.
Let's go. Speaking of let's go on to our next topic, which is going to be talking about Zelda. If you're in Drip's community, you definitely know the man likes Zelda, and
I do like Zelda.
he likes his Zelda rumors.
I love them.
We got
They keep me up late at night. They wake me up sometimes before noon.
yeah. Oh yeah, you wake up before noon, it's like, from a bad dream, like, Link. That's bad.
Lactic acid.
Lactic. I knew it, somewhere around there. It's in the G brain scrambled up letters somewhere. My brain is basically scrambled eggs.
Just wanted to make sure we got that out there so you can.
Thank you, Joe. Of course, a child tells me what words are. Thank you, Joe. So Zelda, yeah. What do you want to say about it, man?
Okay,
Great.
well,
I've distracted myself with the intro of our next segment that I've forgotten what I was going to say. All fancy about it.
Don't you worry. I'll take it from here. So anyway, I woke up today. I was working on the video I posted earlier, and I had my iPad sitting beside my computer, looking through some stuff, and I opened YouTube, and the first video that popped up was a video from Game Over Jesse.
Yes.
And he talks a lot about Zelda. That's all he talks about, mostly. And he had a video talking about rumors. So again, we're gonna make sure we let everybody know here. These are rumors. But it's very interesting and it's funny because I literally made a video about this in August? Was it August?
It was August 3rd.
August 3rd. I said Breath of the Wild 2 might not be the next Zelda game that we play on the Switch. And from these rumors, it's looking like that could possibly be the case. The first part of it is they're saying that Breath of the Wild 2, which we'll talk about later, is going to be delayed. That we're not going to see it in 2022.
Yes.
And it's funny because I made that video. This is really funny because Switch Corner was jumping around in my chat, and then when I left and went to Shibby's stream, he was jumping around telling, just putting in the chat, "Oh, Breath of the Wild's been delayed to 2023." And at first I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I was like, "No, it hasn't. You're a liar." But that's what actually got me thinking about it. I was like, "What if it is? Like, what if it is? Like, they're gonna put something else out for sure. But now it does look like, if this is true, if these rumors are all true, that we are going to be seeing Twilight Princess and Wind Waker coming to the Switch before we see Breath of the Wild 2. Now, what do you want to get into first? Do you want to get into uh, the Breath of the Wild stuff and what they're kind of supposedly planning on with that, or do you just want to talk about uh, what these two games are going to have in them? Because it sounds like there's actually going to be some changes. They're not just going to be straight ports.
Let's talk about Breath of the Wild first.
Okay, so Breath of the Wild, if I remember correctly, I didn't take any notes. I believe the rumors say that the plan now is to push Breath of the Wild 2 back, kind of the same way that we saw Breath of the Wild get pushed, so it could come out on the Wii U and the Switch.
Yes.
So it looks like what they're going to try to do, again, rumors. We don't know if any of this is true, but it's fun to talk about. It looks like they may be trying to do the same thing with Breath of the Wild 2 to help transition from, old console to new console, whatever the Switch 2 or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah.
Supposedly Breath of the Wild 2 may be coming out on both, which is interesting because that means we're probably, that opens up a lot of conversation right there just about what the next Switch or Nintendo console is going to be.
Right. Well, let's get this straight right off the bat here. In 2023, we're not getting a Switch 2 per se. We're not getting a console that's going to replace the Switch, even if it is.
That seems a little bit early.
The Switch branding will stick around for a while. I mean, Nintendo themselves have said the life cycle is in its halfway point.
Halfway. When was that? Last year?
It was last year. There is no way that in 2023 that they're going to go away from the Switch branding. So the next console will be a Switch. And I don't think it's going to be a Switch 2. I have my own. Do you have a theory of anything? Because I have a kind of a conspiracy theory of what the next console, because this all, to me, listening to what this video, thank you again, Game Over Jesse, we're using your video. We'll put link in the description go to Jesse's video. Sure. I just don't think that, I don't know, man. What do you have to say?
Yeah, I think it's a little early. Maybe a little early. I don't know. It's possible. Because, what are we in? We're in year 4 now? So, yeah, 5, 6. If it's halfway, it's possible that we see something that takes, I still think we're getting a Switch Pro or something next year. But at that point, if they are going to go ahead and just do the next gen Switch or whatever it's going to be the next year, it's like, what's the point of even doing a Switch Pro?
Right.
It's going to be out for less than a year, and you're going to announce, I don't see a giant revision like that happening if you're literally going to make the new thing the next year. You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly why my thought is that the Switch that's going to come out, that's going to be launched with Breath of the Wild 2, if these rumors are true, it's really going to be pretty simple, guys. It's going to be the Switch OLED Lite. That's what it's going to be.
I think you're right about it coming out, but I don't think it'll be that far away. I think we'll see that.
Listen, they're going to want to sell them because they're going to Nintendo's trying to get rid of the old Switch, the V1/V2. They're trying to get rid of all the internal parts that come with those, so they don't waste all those parts into the ether. That's why they made the Switch OLED. They're using the same parts as that Switch, but putting it into a newer, updated chassis and getting rid of all those parts to prepare for the next console. So the same goes to the Switch Lite. They're trying to get rid of those shells. The shells are going to be a little bit new, obviously, but at least the front shell, like the front part of the shell, the Switch Lite, that's got to change to fit the new screen size because it's going to be a bigger screen for sure. The back of the Switch Lite.
Yeah, so it would be like a 5. What's on the one now?
5.5.
So a 6-inch screen.
5.5 or 5 even. I can't remember. It could be 5.
Whatever. It'll be the same. It'll just take away the bezel. How about this? Let's talk about this real quick. I agree. I think a Switch Lite OLED is inevitable. It's going to happen. They're going to move both of these to OLED screens.
Yep.
let's say this stuff is right, and maybe we do get these Zelda ports, the Wii U ports.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not launch the Switch OLED right beside that?
The ports, that's not a bad idea either. And also, my thought process is this: they love to. I mean, Nintendo likes to make special edition consoles, period. But they definitely like to make that Switch Lite.
Yeah,
special
because it's
editions.
one piece. You can do a lot with it. Yeah.
Right. So it's gonna be a Zelda themed Switch Lite OLED for sure. I mean, like it's gonna be. I shouldn't say for sure. You know what I mean, though. Like
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah.
If all this is gonna happen in the way that it seems like it's going to, with either Breath of the Wild 2 or the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess double pack HD versions on the Switch,
Yeah.
it'll come out in a Zelda theme. Which, by the way, just think about that for a second. Could we get a Wind Waker, if it is Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD in a double pack? Could we get Twilight Princess Link and Wind Waker Link like on the same Switch Lite shell?
Oh, if it's a double pack, that would be pretty cool. That would be really cool, actually. If they just did it like that would be awesome.
Get
man.
a graphic designer to make something real sick to put on the back.
Yeah, that would be really cool if you could do something for a double pack. That doesn't normally happen, but I mean, they did it with two Pokemon games.
Yeah,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so it is possible to do. I don't know. I just think I don't know. Like, I made a video on this. That's what this is the whole thing I was saying. Like, it's very possible that 2022 is all they said. They didn't say holiday 2022, early nothing. They just said 2022.
Yes.
And they also said that I can't remember the exact wording, but I'm pretty sure it was something like we're trying to do that, or we're hoping to do that, or that's our goal is to get it out in 2022.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're not even 100% on when it's going to come out. So again, in that video, that's kind of what I was talking about, which these rumors are kind of confirming has happened here. This stuff has probably been done, or at least been set up to be like, if we need to do it, we're ready to go with it. All we got to do is just, say the word and we can start doing this. Because something else I found out in this video is that I didn't realize how easy it is for some of these ports. I guess most of these Nintendo ports from the Wii U to the Switch, to actually get them from the Wii U and running on the Switch, it usually takes a small team anywhere from a month to 3 months. That's insane. I didn't realize it was that fast. Like, it was that easy. That's crazy.
They did say experienced team, so like it's not just any team. It's got to be a team
people who know what they're doing with the ports. But that's another thing too. Nintendo goes to Grezzo and what's the other one? Tantalus. They go to them for Zelda stuff all the time, and they are experienced. They did the ports or the remakes for these games.
Yeah. Just want to be clear that it's not like Nintendo just can't pump it out, no problem, no questions asked. Like, it's got to be the right team to take over the project,
right?
To get it done within a time frame.
But it can be done. It can be done very quickly.
Absolutely.
And what was the time? Well, there was something else in that video I thought was very interesting when it comes to times.
Just to make a HD port on this.
Oh, no, yeah. Because this was a remake. It was the remake of Wind Waker, the original version of Wind Waker, to the HD version of Wind Waker that we got, which, I mean, that game looked really good. I think it looks better than Twilight Princess, honestly, just because of the art style made it look a lot better.
For sure.
6 months.
6 months.
6 months. That's crazy. So these things can be done fairly quickly. So, like I said, I think these were already done. I think all this stuff has been done, and Nintendo's been sitting on it. With the pandemic, they're just like, no, we don't know what's going to happen with this development of Breath of the Wild 2, and we are, come hell or high water, we will have a Zelda game out every single year, and we're not gonna be stuck, with our hand in a cookie jar here, or whatever silly saying you want to say. They're not gonna do that to themselves and just drop all these games last year for the 35th anniversary if if things have changed. So they held them back. They told us at that direct, as of right now, we don't have any plans for anything else, which at that point they were like, yeah, we don't have plans for that because we scrapped them 2 months ago. We're not doing that anymore. So we're not lying to anybody. Right now, that's our plan. So I think they've had those games, and I think it was for this exact situation. Like I said, if Breath of the Wild 2 is delayed, like these rumors say that it is, they're still good. They're still good. And honestly, I hope it is delayed, to tell you the truth.
Why?
Hot
Why do
take.
you hope it's delayed? Wow, spicy take. Jeez.
Because I want it to be great. I want it to be really, really good. I don't want it rushed at all, and I don't think Nintendo will rush it. But I want Wind Waker and Twilight Princess on the Switch. And if Breath of the Wild 2 being delayed means that's going to happen faster, I'm all for it. Delay it.
Let's take a little quick chat break here for the Twitch chat, and I gotta highlight this Twitch chat from Caffeinated Diabetic, twitch.tv/Caffeinated Diabetic. You're welcome. Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3, Metroid Prime 4, Breath of the Wild 2, all running at 60 FPS for the Switch Pro next year. That means 2022, folks. What do you have to say about that, Drip?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's do it. That sounds great. I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, that sounds. I don't see that as being that crazy to say, honestly.
I do.
I mean, okay. What the hell's the point of a Switch Pro if it's not running, if it's not running 60? Why?
We're not
What's the
getting a
point?
Switch Pro next year.
Yes, we are.
We're not getting it next year, and let me tell you why. Because the Switch OLED just came out, and the price for the Switch OLED, the same internals as the old Switch, new externals, $50 more expensive. The Switch, or the new, what's that new console from Steam? The Steam Deck just got, was announced recently, that coming out for $50 more than that, $400, and it's a powerhouse compared to the current Switch. There is no, Nintendo would have to charge $450. And no one's going to pay that for.
We haven't seen any of these price drops yet, though, because I don't care what anybody says. They're coming. These price drops are coming. The regular Switch they're trying to get off the shelves right now. You wait. Mid-November, we're going to see $250 with a game. $250 with Mario Kart. That same bundle we've seen every single year. $250 with Mario Kart. Mark my words.
Yeah, of course.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely. I've said the same thing.
And
you're absolutely right.
As Caffeinated Diabetic says here, yeah, then the Switch OLED goes to $300.
That's where I disagree with you and Caffeinated Diabetic, because we will get the drop. I mean, it's already happened in Europe, correct? Where we got the normal Switch at $250.
Yeah, it's either happened or now going to be happening.
Right.
And they tried to say it wasn't going to happen here. It was to adjust for no. They did the same things with the Joy-Cons. We talked about this.
Yeah, we're going to get the Switch, normal Switch V2/V1. They're going to drop in price. It's going to go down to $250. But the Switch OLED is staying exactly where it is, because Nintendo.
You might be
listen,
right about
because Nintendo has already said that is, they're not like a lot of people said, oh, they're just upcharging us. They're not. That's what it costs to make that device with the panel and the updated chassis. Because listen, when we heard the Switch OLED and heard $350, we're like, oh, it's overpriced. But we did not consider that the inside, that the chassis itself was going to be all new. Like it's like not just the kickstand is redesigned, yes, but the chassis, it's a new plastic, it's probably a new manufacturing process. They had to pay for that. The screen is not glass, not plastic, which has got to be, that's another new manufacturing process. They're not just pumping out plastic screens.
Did anybody actually figure out if this is actually a Samsung panel?
It's got to.
Do we know that?
It's got to be. If it looks fantastic, it's got to be, because
LGs
don't look. I mean, LGs look good, but I mean, I don't think an LG OLED would look as good as a Samsung OLED. For like this,
really good.
Samsung has cornered the market in screens. I mean, like as far as like that size screen, all the new iPhones, the Samsung phones themselves. You look at a Samsung panel that size.
Not even the new iPhones. Like I have an 11. That's got a Samsung screen in it.
Yeah.
So
there's no world in my mind where I see the Switch OLED is staying at that price. The old hardware is going down because it's the old hardware. This new hardware, even though it's a lot of the same on the internals, there is new stuff about it, and that costs more.
It's true. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. I think it's possible, but I think you're right. It's probably unlikely at this point for them to do that now, especially just the way Nintendo does things anyway.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to have with a price drop like that, but they are. I mean, clearly they're going to try to get rid of these other ones. There's no need for these two Nintendo Switches to be on the market at the same time. They're too similar.
Unless the price is right. Then
unless
it does.
The price is different, but then it's again, why would you continue the manufacturing on this old one
Money.
when you have this one?
Money.
I don't know.
They make a profit. They're not going to sell for not a profit. That's what Nintendo does.
I mean, they're going to make money, I guess. I don't know. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. The price gap would help that for sure, but to me, it's just having both of them in my hands and seeing them both, while they are very different, they're also exactly the same in most ways, and it's like that's why I sold my other two Switch tablet. Like I do not need those for anything at this point.
I need to help.
There's no reason for me to have those.
I want to. I think this is good conversation. I want to keep talking about it real fast because I want to help redirect your brain for a second because I think you're kind of stuck at the moment on your thought process of how good the Switch OLED is. I get it. I have not seen it myself, but I get it. It looks that much better. That's not the point. I'm not trying to discredit the Switch OLED. What I'm going to say to you is redirect your brain because you are very much an enthusiast. Okay, you love this stuff. You're making like money off of talking about this stuff, and you're vested in this stuff. So like yes, like you're in that world, but more. And what I'm trying to focus here is that you're an enthusiast. Get into the mind of the non-enthusiasts, just like 11-year-old Tommy who loves Mario, and his mom and dad make not a great living. They're like lower middle class. They go on the market, and I'm trying to explain to you why the normal Switch should stay on the market as a low price. For that exact reason, the non-enthusiast, 11-year-old Jimmy, is not going to care if he gets an OLED or not. He just wants to play his Mario.
Little Jimmy's going to end up with a Switch Lite. Is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. But I'm telling you right now, there's no way that this Switch is staying on the market. You think they're going to make? I mean, what are they going to do? Are we going to see what's the reason? What's the reason? Like, why keep them on the market? Why keep two different processes going when you could move all to this new one? Because I mean, it's just insane.
If it does,
that's so much stuff.
If we're assuming that it's not cost effective for them to do that, then yeah, I understand. They don't care if it's more complicated in the factory as long as it's cost effective. They're gonna do it.
I don't see how it can be.
There's a world with a Switch Lite at $200. The Switch V2 at $250, and the Switch OLED at $350, and then a Switch Pro, whatever that comes out, whenever, at $450. That's a world I can see existing. And
so you think there's going to be 4 different Switches on the market, and 2 of them are almost exactly the same with just a different screen?
Explain to me, or tell me how many DSs were there, Drip?
Not on the market at the same time.
Because they all sucked.
Yeah, there were tons.
Because they all sucked. Because they were DSs.
Yeah, but they revised it. They did the 3DS, then the 3DS XL, and then you started seeing the other
2DS XL.
Yeah, but as those new ones came, every single time you saw the other one slowly just fade away.
Because in those cases, those devices were simply upgrades from the previous one.
That's all this is.
Not all the way, because the Switch Lite is the Switch Lite. That's the base. And we got the Switch V2, very much an upgrade, but different product. It connects to your TV. It's an actual Switch.
Oh, I got
the Switch OLED is an upgrade over that. So yes, it is an upgrade, but but people will buy them. And DSs are not gonna. I don't want to speak out of turn here, or not a turn wrong. But like, is the DS? Did it sell as well as the Switch, or the Switch has already surpassed it?
The DS?
Yeah,
I don't know. The DS sold amazingly.
Yeah, I know it's saying it didn't, but
okay. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
So with your logic on this, you're also going to tell me that when they decide it's time for the Switch Lite OLED, that the regular Switch Lite is going to stay around too.
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
So what's the difference? Where's the difference? Why does one get to stay around and the other one doesn't? That's what I'm asking you. How come the Switch Lite has to go, but the regular OG Switch gets a pass? I'm telling you, they're the same damn thing, dude.
Okay. Well, first off, They just did that. They just made the V2 Switch and Switch OLED on the market at the same time. They just did that. So it's not so crazy to say. It's not. We know it's not going to happen, but it's not so crazy to say because they just did it with the V2 Switch and the OLED Switch. They just did it. So there can be a world. There's an alternate universe right now. It could be our universe that we're living in at this moment, that the Switch Lite and the Switch Lite OLED exist in the same market at the same time. That is a possibility. Then that just proves, or sorry, the V2 Switch and the Switch OLED being on the market at the same time at barely a price difference means that nobody truly understands Nintendo, including us dumbasses, as much as some people on the internet would like to talk about.
I agree with that.
Nobody would have guessed this at all.
I can tell you this though. I can tell you this. I know this about Nintendo 100%. Come September, there'll be a direct.
I thought you were about to say there's gonna be a September Zelda direct.
No, I know. It's the only thing I know about Nintendo.
I'm holding on to my.
You can take that to the bank. There will be a direct.
I'm holding on to my September Nintendo Direct for 2022.
Next September. Yeah, next September.
That's what I meant the whole time, right? I meant that the whole time.
Okay, so let's get back to be continued on that argument. Yeah. Back to the Zelda stuff. The two games that these rumors are saying that we're getting again, Twilight Princess HD and Wind Waker HD, but they're saying they're going to have other stuff. You took notes from the video, right? Because I don't remember.
Look at my terrible handwriting, guys.
Oh, wow.
Awful. Wow. It's really bad. Wow. So I'll just go ahead and read off the top here, and then you can just chime in whenever you feel like you want to have something to say. So I'm sure you're going to.
I have lots of stuff to say.
Wind Waker and Twilight HD in place of Breath of the Wild 2 in 2022. We kind of already touched on that. Both will have updates and upgrades to the games. So not just an HD port, but also there's going to be little mini upgrades, kind of like Skyward Sword, where there's tiny little upgrades. But in this case, it's more extensive. The rumors say we could, like, for example, just an example, like in chests. Like there could be, I think there because you said you if I said this you remember.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Twilight Princess, they had these stamps. They were Miiverse stamps.
Yeah.
Which there's no. I think I covered this in the video when I talked about if this game did come to the Switch, they'd have to change it because there's no Miiverse. It doesn't exist anymore. It's not a thing.
Right.
So what they're saying is those chests would be in the same places, but they would actually give you the again, we're talking about rumors here. So, but they're saying that they would give you items that would help you in that dungeon or in that area you're at. Something helpful. They didn't, I guess there's really no more than that, but that's interesting. It's a good way to not, that's doing work without doing work. You don't have to take the chests out. You just put new things in the chests, except,
it's a branding. It's the opposite of a nightmare. It's branding wonderfulness because, it's like you can actually say that you actually made your games better by fixing a problem you had with the game being ported in the first place. Because like we had this problem with the Miiverse doesn't exist, and there's these things in the game involved in Miiverse. Well, look, we put new things in the chest. We've updated our game, which
and the same thing with Wind Waker. So you could put messages in bottles and leave them places. Message in a bottle. Okay. Anyway, so you could. It was Miiverse stuff. It was like you could go. I don't even know if that was actually Miiverse or not. I don't know. I never messed with it. I saw bottles around when I played it the first time on the Wii U. The first time I played it.
Listen, that was just your beer bottles. You're drinking too much. Forget about that. All right.
Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. But I picked one up, and it's literally it was a random letter from a random person in the world somewhere.
That's pretty cool.
I'm like, is it?
I don't know. That sounds kind of cool.
I'm not. I don't need that in Zelda. Like, I want a random letter from one of these islands. Like, hey, I'm here and I got all this cool shit. Come get it. Come find me. I'd rather have that.
Fair enough.
But I guess they're going to change that. Allegedly, the rumors say that they're going to put something there where it's like you can leave letters places, but you can pick who can see them. Everybody.
Oh.
Or maybe just your friend, like people on your friends list.
Yeah.
Or just people in your like family circle or whatever. Like you can actually pick who can see them, or you can send them to certain people. So like if I had a letter that was like, hey, Geeb, you're an ass, I could send that and only you would get it. It would be in the water where I left it, but only you would see it, not anybody else. That would be pretty cool if you could actually leave each other like funny little notes around the world as we're all playing the game at the same time. That would be pretty funny because I would leave some really dumb shit everywhere.
I mean, that is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that would be fun. So that's kind of cool. I mean, what were the other ones? Extra islands. That was some of the upgrades they said too.
Yes.
Extra islands,
bonus dungeons in Twilight, and extra islands in Wind Waker.
That would be fantastic because a lot of the Wind Waker content actually ended up getting cut.
Really?
And they are dungeons. I believe there's 2 or 3. I could be wrong. I believe it's 2 or 3, but they were actually made into dungeons for Twilight Princess afterwards. They were cut out of the game and they ended up using the ideas and the basic idea of the dungeon for the next game.
Right.
So there actually was room for more content in that game. If you play it, there's a point in the game where it gets really weird. Like you can tell, like that was the point when it was like, okay, this all has to change because then everything, literally everything changes. You're going from like place to place, and it's not like that anymore. Now you're like trying to find shards of like it gets real weird, and they shortened it. It was a lot longer in the GameCube version. They shortened it in the Wii U version. They took a bunch of the pieces of the things you had to get out, so it was like half as much. They did the same thing in Twilight Princess too. They took a bunch of the what are they called? Something, the light things, whatever it is. You have to get all these little lights when you're the wolf to get the Twilight out of that area.
Didn't play the game, but it's kind of like
vessel. It's a vessel. Vessels of light is what it was.
Like a spirit vessel from Skyward Sword.
It's exactly like that. It's exactly like that. But there were like I think 18 or 19 or 20 or something like that, and then they dumbed it down to like 12 or something like that. They took a bunch of them out, so you didn't have to do it as much because they were a little bit long.
Okay,
but I mean, honestly, I'd like to see him take even more out because those are the parts of that game that I just do not like. I haven't liked it in Skyward Sword either. I don't like that. I've only done 2 of them, but I don't.
I thought it was a fun challenge.
Yeah, I liked it the first time. Hey, when I had to go back in, I forgot about it, and I was like, God, I don't want to do this again.
Let's go on that freaking tangent real fast. Like, dude, finish Skyward Sword.
Don't do this to me.
For Christmas sake.
I'm gonna.
You're not.
I'll finish it before Christmas.
You're gonna finish Dread before
I'll finish it before Christmas.
You're gonna have to be a Dread tuber. That's not as fun. That's not as fun to say, sir. Zelda tuber is way more fun than Dread-a-tuber. You're a Dread-a-tuber now. You just play Skyward, or you play Metroid Dread. You like Sexy Suit Samus all day.
Listen, this game was way shorter. First off, way shorter.
Okay.
And I told you,
it won't be shorter if you keep dying on the last boss. It will not be shorter.
Oh my God, I know. What if I go a whole stream after this and I can't even beat him? Then I'm gonna be upset.
You be
anyway.
You should be embarrassed.
Back to what else we have on the list?
Amiibo support, and also probably if that's the case, we're getting an actual Scott is getting an amiibo.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Can we get a little bit? Because I love your accent. I love your impression.
No, I can't. You put me on the spot. I can't do it.
I won't say a word until you do it.
No, I can't. So I'll tell you what. I'll do it later. I'll do it later when I'm streaming, but I can't do it right now. You've put me on the spot. Now I'm embarrassed. I can't do it. I'm not. Anyway, so there was actually amiibo support in Twilight Princess. Don't make me do it, man. I can't. I need practice. Don't make me do it.
Fine. Okay. Fair enough.
Twilight Princess had amiibo support. It had the Wolf Link amiibo. It came with it actually when you bought it.
Yeah, and a soundtrack, right? Or no?
No, that didn't come with a soundtrack. The
Skyward Sword did.
Skyward Sword came with the orchestra soundtrack. Yeah. It's in my truck right now. Still, beautiful. Never leaves the CD player. It's great. I don't have any other CDs, so it's like, why wouldn't it leave? Of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, Twilight Princess already had it, and that's how you got to the dungeon. But what they're saying is that dungeon you'd actually already have in the game at a certain point. You wouldn't even need the amiibo, but you could use it if you wanted to. But they said they're going to add amiibo support to Wind Waker, which means we could get, like you said, really awesome Wind Waker amiibos. And I mean, I guess if you're going to do that, you might as well release a double pack. Let's say these games are a double pack. You should probably release a new amiibo for each game, right? So what would be
Yeah.
the new Twilight
Well,
Princess one? We already have Wolf Link, and we already have Link from that game. I
let's.
believe
You know what? That leads me to
it's a smashed one, right?
that leads me to an interesting topic that is related to this. Like, let's just quickly
Looking it up.
we don't let's quickly talk about. Do you actually think that they're going to release a double pack of those two games, even if there's even with all the with the upgrades that they're doing to the games? Do you really think they're going to do that with those two games? I think that would be Nintendo would undersell. Clearly, Nintendo can sell an old game. It didn't come out too long ago for a full price. So I think Nintendo could very easily sell Twilight Princess and Wind Waker both individually for $60. Why would they do that to themselves? Why would they sell them in a double pack?
Well, I don't know. I have no response to that.
Besides us wanting it, a double pack,
I want that. Yeah,
what would
but
be the reason they would
gone
do it?
back and forth on this, like over the past year. Like, no, they definitely won't be. And then I'm like, yeah, they might be.
I think you can make a better argument for Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask because those are pretty old games, definitely older than the other two.
Especially if they're just up-res and brought over from the
yes, that's what we're talking.
3DS.
Yes.
Then you could sell those two because I don't think alone you're going to get 60 for one or the other, but together, just a quick up-res, throw them on as is. That's 60.
I mean, Mario 64, you can think of it like this. They sold it for $20.
Yeah.
Like on its own. $20.
64 game.
In the 3-pack. And it's 64
right.
game. What I mean, these are like, it's the Wii game. They're both Wii games or GameCube, right?
Right, but it was redone. Twilight Princess was
like originally these
Wii
games were.
It was Wii and Wii and GameCube. It came out on the Wii first, I think, and then came on the GameCube like a month later or something like that.
That's
I can't remember.
That's kind of
God,
weird.
it was so long ago. I don't know. The Wind Waker was just on the GameCube. But that's the thing. We're not getting those games. These are remastered. These are redone. You know what I mean? They've already been redone, but I mean,
yes.
I don't know.
But I feel like $30 for Twilight. There's a lot of content to the games. Am I wrong?
Oh my god, yeah, tons.
More than is it? I would assume more than Skyward Sword, right? Because that was kind of a shorter game.
I mean, they're Zelda games, man.
There's
a ton of content, no matter what you. I mean, each one of them is worth $60. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. You know how Nintendo is. We're probably going to see them separate. We all want them together, but I mean, who really knows? And yes, there is already a Twilight Princess Link amiibo.
Yeah, and also don't forget the Pokemon games. That's a double. It's a double pack, but for $60 each. So it's $120.
$60 each. Yeah,
those are going to be way more remastered than Twilight Princess HD and
I mean, what if we saw something like that, but instead of being a full 60 and 60, what if it's like
$120?
Like $100 for both.
That's not gonna happen. Why would they? If they can sell one for 60, they can sell both for 60.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that.
That would have to be if they were to do that. That would be them apologizing for having such a lame Zelda 35th anniversary. In sorrow for our actions, here is two games we could easily sell for $60 each and give you for $60 in one package.
Okay, so fun thing to talk about because that's why I looked up the amiibo thing.
Yeah.
If we got a new amiibo for each game,
I was just about to say this.
Like, what would it be? It's got to be the King of Red Lions, the boat.
Yes.
It's got to be, right?
With like Link
absolutely
with his leg up. Oh, I'm knocking things over. Leg up right there, and then sword in the air, like pointing off.
Link on the boat too.
Yeah.
I thought maybe just the boat.
No, man, he's posing with the sword.
Either that or Scottish Ganon. But listen, they put a Scottish Ganon statue in the last version, so I feel like they'd want to go away from that and do something different.
Yeah.
So
here's what I was gonna add though. Oh, you're frozen. You froze. Okay, you're good now. So I was gonna say, like, what if instead of $60 individually and that's it, or $30 for each, which is probably not gonna happen. What if we get the amiibo packaged into the game for $60?
See, that's what they did. That's what they did with Twilight Princess.
But now they do it again.
I would love to see that. I don't
That-
think they'll do that now, but I would absolutely love to see that.
What's more likely, doing the package, the $30 for each game in one package, or $60 for each game, but getting a free amiibo?
But each one comes with an amiibo. That would be huge. That would make it like, okay, this is fine.
The question is, what's
fine.
more likely? That's the question I'm asking.
Honestly, I didn't even think about that, but that would be a decent way to do it. Honestly,
I would agree.
I think people would still, of course, they're going to bitch.
What's that resin cost? Like what? Like $4 for them?
Yeah, I mean, it can't.
Like you get the molding and resin, it can't cost that much in bulk like that. And then, but they'll sell it for $20. But instead, they'll make us $40, or I think we can agree it's probably a $40 game. Both those games, not really $60.
I mean,
in reality, if it wasn't
if we're
Nintendo,
talking reasonable prices,
yeah. If it wasn't Nintendo, it'd be a $40 remake.
Mhm.
I think, put that amiibo in there, $60. I think everyone kind of should be happy about that. You're gonna have the people who bitch, of course.
Always. We're never gonna get rid of that.
But that'd be a nice way to do it. I think that would be a nice
great.
thank you.
I didn't even think about that.
Happily pay that price for that. You
I
get
would
something
too.
free.
Yeah, I would do that. That'd be really cool. But who could it be? That's the thing too. Oh my god! So it might be, and they already have the Ganon that looks like the one from. Let me make sure that. I'm pretty sure they have a Ganon one that already looks like the Ganon from Twilight Princess, the Smash one. Let me look it up real quick. It's fine. We can totally cut this out of the audio part.
I mean, we can, but you're making more work for me.
Yeah, but if you cut it out, then it's just going to sound like I'm super smart, and I didn't have to look any of this up.
Okay, we're going to be incredibly silent until you figure out what this is. No talking.
Yes. So the Smash Brothers Ganon amiibo looks exactly. It's the Ganon from Twilight Princess. So we know we won't be getting that. It's already out there. We have the Wolf Link amiibo that's already from Twilight Princess. We have the Twilight Princess Link. So yeah. I mean, my guess is one of 3 people. It won't be Zelda. Because I'm pretty sure we have one that looks like pretty close to that too.
Yeah.
Midna. Probably not Zelda. Maybe I'd have to look and see if there's one. And we're not going to do that right now because we don't have time to do that in the middle of a podcast, obviously.
And let's play a silent game again.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
What if I left it in? You'll never know.
I would say it's fine. You can leave it in. It's fine. I would say it's either Midna or Zant, who is the bad guy with the helmet.
I honestly don't know because I watched some of your playthrough, but I left out spoiler parts.
Midna would be very cool. I think that would be a fan favorite, probably for sure.
Yeah.
That or Zant. It's got to be. It's got to be one of those two.
I'm totally looking forward to that amiibo with the boat and Link
on
the boat with his sword poking out. Like, come on.
Old Bodie.
Old Bodie.
All right. What other notes do you have there?
I have no other notes. And you know what that means?
That means this podcast is over.
That means that this podcast is over and Geeb has to find his script because I am attached to this script like a baby is attached to the mother's nipple. Well, guys, that's a wrap for today's podcast. Don't forget to follow the Drip Geeb Podcast on YouTube for the video format of this podcast. You can watch me and Drip suckle from the titty of our mothers every Thursday on twitch.tv/Drip Media. You can also find this podcast being streamed live on twitch.tv/Uncle Geeb. I said that already. I changed the outro and I've said everything that I've had to say, but in like one run-on sentence.
You want to go for it again?
No, I think that was a really short and sweet outro. I'm kind of shocked of how well I said that in such a short amount of time. Patrons, thank you guys so much for all your support.
I should start talking about that. I keep forgetting that. I have a Patreon.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to interrupt the outro. You're only here for your face because you're cute.
Oh.
And your camera's like $400,000 and it looks great.
Not that one. This is an eBay. I got this on eBay for like $300.
Don't interrupt this podcast outro. You could patrons again, once again. Patrons, thank you guys so much for all your support for Drip and me. You guys, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. Thank you so much. Audio listeners and video listeners alike, thank you. Video watchers, you're not listening, watching a video. You are, but you aren't. You know what I mean. Video and audio listeners, thank you guys so much for being here. We could not do this without you guys. Clearly, couldn't do this. Again, once again, a quick reminder, thank you guys for 1,000 downloads of the Drip Geeb Podcast. That's nuts. I am beyond thrilled with that. Things are on the up and up. Appreciate you guys. And again, don't forget about the Halloween costume contest on Drip's Animal Crossing Island, which, if you weren't there last year, is an absolute blast. So be there this year on the 31st of Halloween, which is next Sunday. No. Don't forget to. It is. When are you doing? Wait, when are you doing?
It's on the 20. It's on the 28th.
Oh,
Thursday.
Oh, seriously? I honestly didn't know that. I thought you were doing it on Sunday. Okay, great. You're doing it on Thursday.
Thursday.
Great. I'll have to take off work on Friday. Thanks, asshole. Friday, doing it on Thursday, hey, October 28th.
Hero, thank you. I have a new patron. Thank you, Hero.
You just interrupted my outro again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you, Hero. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for our shenanigans, and we will see you guys next week.
Okay. We're out, right?
Yeah, we're out.
Okay, what's up, guys? Hello.
Stop your audio.
I'm trying.
Okay, let's make sure.
Stop.
I'm just trying to make sure.
File.
Just trying to make sure.
I'm gonna export it right now, so I don't forget.
Hero of time. Thank you for being a patron of Drip. Appreciate you.
Hey, what episode is this? 19?
19. I want to mention, guys. Now, I would never ask anybody to double support. Right? This is not what I'm trying to do. I just would like to bring your attention to the fact that you can support the Drip Geeb Podcast, the podcast itself. Now, obviously, you guys support Drip individually. You support me individually. We couldn't appreciate that more. However, if there are other people as well, if you want to support the podcast itself, if you just love our podcast, I probably should have said this on the actual podcast itself, but it's not a really big deal. I'm not really trying to focus on it too much. I just want to mention, because I haven't really done it. You can support our podcast. If you could, I'm going to !pod. Click that link in there, the Drip Geeb Anchor FM. You can click that link and support our podcast. I don't know what it costs. I have no idea. But you can basically support the podcast.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
You can fund our pod. It's kind of like a GoFundMe, but for the podcast, or a Patreon, but just for the podcast itself.
I'm looking at it now.
We make like $0. I think out of all 20 episodes, $1,000, we've made like $10.
Okay, so you can do ad revenue. 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99.
We make very little money, if at all. I mean, that's not our goal with this. We're just
how much have we made off this podcast so far?
I'll tell you exactly how much. I am going to be completely transparent. We have made $10.56. You and I get the split, sir. We get to split that. We're going for Frosties.
Dude, we are definitely going for Frosties.
But that's just our ad revenue from the "What are you waiting for?" ad that I made. We're not big enough to get more ads. That's the only ad we can get. So our ad revenue is extremely low. Higher than Twitch, though.
That's cool,
let me tell you, that's higher than Twitch's ad revenue.
Yeah, dude. Twitch ads are like crazy.
I get like 20 cents a month for every like $100.
I didn't even look at it because it's like it's nothing. It's insane how little it is. Like it's so weird how like it's the same like length of ads, same type of thing on YouTube, but the money for each is wildly different.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you why. I'm also gonna export this. I would suggest you do the same before you forget.
Mine's already exporting.
Oh, look at you beautiful man.
I'm not messing around over here.
Calling you beautiful.
Everybody who's still here, I hope you guys are gonna hang out with me a little longer. I'm gonna have to actually stop the stream and then start a new one.
I will stop the stream.
Geeb is actually controlling this stream. It's not me. It's
actually
being done here, not mine.
Wait, can I?
So I will have to stop the. Oh, I'm gone.
Yeah, you're gone, and I also just muted you, so I'm in complete control of everything that happens right now. Okay, I'm done. They can hear you now.
Oh man,
I have the power.
Yeah, I can't even turn it off from here. I can't even stop it.
You can't. You should. No.
No.
No. The Twitch control center.
there's no stop. I could just raid somebody else.
I mean, I could just add like a quick black scene, and then I just stream a black stream.
Just
I could really
nothing.
mess with you if I wanted to.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna take like a just enough of a break, honestly, to put my Switch in the dock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it.
Yeah. So when this stream ends, the stream that you all 15 of you are currently watching, that means it's not actually over. Don't leave. Stay on the Drip Twitch, and in about 5 minutes max?
Probably not even that.
You'll be live once again right here, just on your side of things.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna open everything up and put it on the starting screen, and then do what I have to do real quick and hop back on. So it's gonna be live again in like less than a minute, probably. Honestly.
Yeah. Is there anybody who wants to ask a question or two about the podcast? You can do so. I just want to remind you guys that you can also do so. Please on Apple, if you want to leave us an Apple review, please do so, because even if you don't have an Apple device, you can still access the Apple reviews. I'm not exactly sure how. Don't ask me how. But if you do have an Apple device, leave us a review for sure. It helps. It just helps us. And the monetary things are great, but what helps more is just you getting the word out that this exists. If you think this is fun, a good time, just get the word out for the podcast and send them to the right places and all that good stuff.
Hero says, will he be a guest when the time is right? When the moons align and things are.
Dude, this is not 9.5. Oh, it is. I see it. It's clear as day right on the front of the label. How do I feel? I don't feel intoxicated. I really don't. Not nearly as bad as last week when I stood up.
Yeah, I've only drank like one of these. I opened a second one, but it's like,
yeah,
they're only 5.7 though. They're nothing serious.
I want to drink.
All right.
Yeah,
we're done here. We're done. I'll see you guys in a minute. Geeb, are you gonna hang out for a little bit? I know you got work and stuff.
It's only. I mean, in the chat, you mean, or on Discord?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to stay on here if you don't.
In the chat, yeah, I'll be there for sure.
All right.
I mean, at least until like 10 my time, which is 11 yours. That's when I usually.
Well, I mean, here's what I'm really like wondering. What if I just hop in there and beat this dude one try? Then what?
If you do, then
I've got 2 Lego sets.
Then okay, here we go. Here we go. I have a great idea. I'm giving you an idea. You should do a stream from your arcade back there. You should set up a camera, set up your microphone over there, and just do a stream from you playing a game on that thing. If you can't beat it in one try, that's what you owe the people.
Do you realize how hard that would be to set up?
The stakes are high. Oh, come on, man. The camera shouldn't be that hard at all.
No, the camera would be easy. I would need cables long enough to reach the computer. I'd need a monitor over there to be able to see what people are talking about. I would need
a monitor, your iPad, your phone. Come on, don't add that in.
I guess so.
Don't chicken. I mean, that's just not. You don't actually have to do that.
I actually do have another. I have another capture card, an HD 60s, an extra one. Over there.
I was saying you could point the camera at the screen.
No, I can plug it in straight to the Raspberry Pi in the back and have it just on there, and then a camera on me with the.
Yeah. Okay. That'd be the same effect. I mean, that probably would be a better idea, honestly, than what I was thinking.
It'd be loud.
I think that'd be fun.
Remember that night when we played here?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I have some Snapchats.
It sounded like the roof where it was caving in.
If I can find some of those Snapchats, I will post it into the patron area on my Patreon, and I'm sure I can send the videos to you, or if you have some. No, you don't have any because you're on Snapchat. Because my brother and I took some Snapchats.
Adam, Halloween candy tier list. That's right. We could do that. We could do the Halloween candy tier list. All right. Seriously, this time we're done. I'll see you guys in a minute.